Hey there, welcome aboard. It's Walter here. Glad to have you here. And you're here at the Naked Forex webinar. We're going to talk about breakouts here today. So, pretty exciting stuff. One thing that I've noticed, and I'd love to share this with you, is that sometimes some traders will find that trading breakouts is the way to go. And some traders like to trade the reversals. So, here's the interesting thing. Is that when the market's trending, a lot of traders tend to go for the end of the trend. So essentially what most traders, retail traders do, is when they see a trend, they're trying to find the end of it. And part of the reason is this idea that, the market's gone too far, and so it's got to come back. What goes up must come down, and I guess what goes down must snap back up. We're talking about currencies. And that may be true, but what's interesting is when the market's not trending, it's actually the opposite. A lot of traders actually would prefer or believe or kind of base their trades based on the idea that the market's going to keep hitting these levels and keep reversing. And I haven't found that to be true. So again, like most things, you test for yourself and see what you come up with. But I'll share with you what I found. And if this kind of stuff is interesting to you and you like it, you may be interested in our small account big profits course, where we take a little tiny account and grow it quickly. And you can click the link down there below or above this video to get in on that. So let's see here. So I'm in Forex Tester. That's what we're looking at here. And this is the Aussie 8-hour chart. But we've also got the Euro, and we haven't actually, most of the time we've been looking at the Aussie. So let's take a look at the Euro this time. And I want to share with you the principles that I use when looking for breakouts. Now, the reason why I like them, I kind of hinted at before, and again, you may not like them, but you can test them for sure, is that I like it when a lot of traders are expecting one thing to happen, and I like to be on the other side. I think it's the better side to be on in most cases. So when traders looking at a trend, they expect the trend to end. I like to be in the trend. And when traders looking at a sideways market, expecting it to stay sideways, I like to trade the breakout. So let's talk about what these look like. Also, just just to show you one thing that I like to trade with these trending markets, and I know we weren't meant to talk about this, but see how the market's gone down really hard here? What I would be looking for here if I wanted to trade this trend is I would be looking for the market to break below this trend line, and then I'd be pretty interested in a sell trade here. Let's see what happens. Okay, yeah. So I would be looking to sell basically here and put my stop loss up here. But we could talk about that in another video. Is that going to go lower? Not really. Went a little bit lower. Yeah, it went a little bit lower. Didn't quite get to my stop loss level. So it's gone a little bit, but not a whole lot on this Euro chart. It's only gone about 130 pips or so. Anyway, let's watch a sideways market. And what I want to see here, we actually have a bit of a sideways market here. I want to see if we can get, yes, this is what we need. Okay, so I've drawn this line on here, and this is my horizontal support and resistance level. And it's just based on where the market hit here and then there. Now, one of the principles I like to use is multiple touches equals breakout. Now, what I want you to see here, look how when the market hit it here, it hit with one candle. And it also hit it here with one candle. I would count that as one candle touch too. But now look at what happens here. We got two candles. And not only that, this is the third time it's hit it. Third time could be lucky. Let's just see what the next candle gives us. And, okay. Well, maybe it's not going to break out. But here's what I would say about this. If the market at this stage has come up here, it's slammed up against this level that we've seen as resistance and possibly resistance again. But the most important thing here is the next candle, because we've had 3 of these candles hit the level. So if the next candle slams right up against there and gets bullish, I would trade the breakout like that. This is what I'm talking about. So I would trade this breakout and I would go long, and then the stop loss could be, down here or whatever. But that's the kind of trade that I would like to take. And I would have been stopped out. didn't really go very far anyway. But that's the kind of breakout that I like to take. So my rules are multiple touches in quick succession equals breakout. And I know that one didn't work out, but that doesn't really matter. The point is that if you see 10 candles up near a support and resistance level, and if like 5 or 6 of those candles actually touch the level or stab into it, it's a pretty good sign that you're going to see a breakout. Let's see if we can find something else interesting here. Okay, we're down here on the floor. We're down near the floor down here where we saw this touch right here. Let's see if we get any interesting moves here. Okay, let's talk about this. A couple of things. One is if I were to ask you, like just in this area right here, in the sort of where the recent candles are, where are the big hairy candles? Well, the big ones are going down, aren't they? Like this is a big one going down, this is a big one going down. And when the market goes up, what does it do? Well, the candles get really tiny. They kind of alternate in color. You got a couple of white, couple of red, couple of white, another red. That's usually a pretty, like just this market structure here, pretty good sign that this is a consolidation / not trending move. And this is a trending move. Retracement, trend move. The fact that we have 3 touches right here on this floor, and what I love about it is a lot of traders will be looking at this thinking double bottom. I would not think double bottom here, and I could be wrong like I was over here. I mean, it did, officially it did break out here as I thought it would. It just didn't go very far. And my stop loss was probably, with this long-tailed candle, my stop loss just barely got clipped. So whatever, that's cool. Losing's part of the game. But what I would say about this is this looks extremely bearish because the big candles are going down, the bullish candles are going nowhere, and then you get another bullish push here. So there's going to be a lot of traders looking at this thinking double bottom. There's a touch, and I would not be thinking double bottom unless we get a really big bullish candle right here, like the next one. If we get a huge white candle here, then yeah, maybe double bottom. But again, I think the clue here is this candle, and that's the key. What does this candle tell me? This candle tells me I think it's a pretty good idea that it's going to fall. I think this is a pretty good hint that it's going to fall. Can we make this any bigger? Yeah, let's make this really big. I just like the big arrows that are easier to see. Yeah, now we're talking. So I think this is the clue here. Let's see what happens. Boom, there you go. So, I mean, if I had I probably should have put a sell stop down here or whatever, but there'll probably be a pullback, or maybe not. There's your pullback. So again, now I'd be thinking trend, and if I wanted to trade the trend, I'd do it just like I showed you at the beginning of this video. You wait for this retrace to go, and then you wait for a candle to penetrate that. No, like that one, yeah. Well, I'd say it's still probably on there right now. There you go, that's the one. And so I would sell off of the low of this one and put my sell stop down there, and stop loss goes way up here and all that sort of thing. So that's kind of how I see breakout. So just to sum up the rules for you, number 1, multiple touches in quick succession equals breakout. That's number 1. Number 2 is most of the breakouts are going to happen on touch 3, 4, or 5, They're not going to be on touch 2. The second touch, like we had over here, is often not going to be a breakout. If the market's consolidating, you're going to get several touches on the upside and the downside of the box. And so it's always those later touches. It's like people might be thinking that, yeah, it's going to stay in there, but I love trading false reversals. So like if we had some sort of kangaroo tail here, like a bearish kangaroo tail up here, that would have been a great opportunity to see if it's busted or broken. Because a lot of times when the market's trending, you'll see that. You'll see these reversal signals just get absolutely tossed aside. And that's pretty common. Let's see if we can find any here for you where you see these signals and you're thinking, yeah, it's over. Like here's one. It's a little tiny kangaroo tail here, and it went up the next candle and then fell right back down through. Now, it had a healthy retracement here too, but it fell even lower there. So when you're in these strong markets, you'll see candles like this is actually a classic right here, because a couple of things. Here's your touch. It didn't quite get there, but then it did again. And when it got there, look at what it did. It actually closed really nice low kangaroo tail. I would actually even argue, I think you could argue that the level would be a little bit higher, like here, and there, depending on what happens over here. I would actually push this up a little bit higher and count that as a touch, and that. Again, here's our principle. Multiple touches in quick succession. 1, 2, 3, boom, breaks out. So here we have a touch right here. Now we're back down here, and look, your kangaroo tail actually is a little bit beyond support. So I think this is a much better level given what we saw over here. And so the other thing that's nice about this is look how the next candle printed inside of the kangaroo tail. You never want to see that. To me, that's usually a sign that this is not going to hold and that it's going to fall, and it did. So these are great. These are great signals when you get these signals where the market actually prints some sort of reversal signal and it just fails. Great signals. Anyway, I hope that helps. I hope this helps. If you like to trade breakouts or fake outs or what have you, I wish you happy trading and I hope to see you in the Small Account Big Profits course if you want to join us. Building a little tiny account up quickly. And the link is below or above this video. See ya. Have a good one. Bye.